Okay, this week I'm actually going to get into collagen and the importance of getting that in and everything. So I'm uh, I'm going to come at it from the point of supplementation because it seems to be the easiest way to get that. So now, first and foremost, I'll recover what supplementation is and the benefits of it and everything. So basically, in a nutshell, what supplementation is in a sense basically fill in the gaps and fill in the holes in like your nutrition. So for instance, making sure you get all the micronutrients that you need. And of course, one of the most popular supplements is protein powder, so that also helps in reaching like your protein intake as well. So that way, that if you view it like that, basically filling in the gaps and everything. So that way you take things like a multivitamin and like a vitamin D and everything. So the three big things that I would say the supplement would be like a multivitamin, a fish oil, and a vitamin D. Multivitamin would be like great like an insurance policy to help fill those gaps and holes that you have in your nutrition, so you can get those micronutrients in. Omega-3 would be great to help increase your omega-3 intake, and you also want to decrease your omega-6, so the ratio with that, so that way it can decrease the inflammation that you quite possibly intake from your diet and your nutrition plus your supplementation. Now, like a vitamin D, you do want to do that because that's one of the most common deficiencies that people have. So now again, to expand on supplementation, you also want to look at where you also might be deficient in and everything. So for me, for instance, I take an iron and a zinc supplement a couple times a week and everything to help increase my intake for those, to make sure that I have enough of that. So iron mainly because it seems I've looked at what I usually eat on a daily basis, and my iron intake seems to be a little low, so I take an iron supplement to be able to counteract that. Now, while you want to make sure that you get nutrients from food, it might not necessarily always be the case that way. And grab the cat before he knocks stuff over. So that's why I take the iron supplement. Now the zinc supplement, with zinc being important for your immune system, I've been taking that a couple times a week, for the past couple months or so, to help with in a sense the immune system. So especially with the weather change from going from winter into spring, and so something like that would be a good idea that you could look into. But of course, it's not necessary. It's just something that I do. And so another supplement thing that you could do is take a joint supplement, especially if you're someone like me who's lifting. Taking a joint supplement can help with the wear and tear that you're putting your body through and everything. So those are some of the supplements that I use now. Creatine is another great one that you can look into. It's been well researched, and that you can get relatively cheap. You can get the typical creatine monohydrate. You can get you can pick up probably at just about any place like GNC, Dick's, Walmart, or wherever. So if you do find that you have issues with the monohydrate, there is the Crealkaline and the HCl versions that you can take to get the benefits of creatine without having to have issues of the monohydrate. So I take that in a pre-workout that I use. So now pre-workouts aren't necessary, but they can be beneficial to use before, as the name suggests, the pre-workout. So that isn't necessary, but it can help and everything, especially if you're doing very intense workouts and everything. So now that's just examples of supplementation. Now with the collagen protein, a lot of what it entails is that's pretty much the primary protein of your of what is in your body. So article I came across with as Cat continues to knock stuff over. So yes, you little troublemaker. So the clevelandclinic.org is as I lost my paper, clevelandclinic.org is article I got that like goes into depth on the actual what collagen protein is, its functions, and what it can help with, and so like and like how it gets into like the whole like function it serves within your body and everything. So now like hey, I need to pick up stuff and everything so I can. Yes, you, quit causing trouble. So collagen protein like I use, like I've been picking up at the Sam's Club, is the Vital Protein. I haven't had any issues with that and everything, and it seems to be a pretty good product and everything. So you could probably get it offline as well, or like maybe like any of your local stores. So that's like one way to like make sure you're getting in like enough collagen and everything. So the range I came across was like it said like you want to get 2.5 to 15 grams of collagen protein. Now the one I just showed has 20 grams, so you could say like, well, that's outside of the range and that's high and everything. Like you also got to look at like your situation as well. So like if you're someone like me who's like lifting on a regular basis and doing also like a good amount of conditioning, that extra 5 grams isn't going to necessarily hurt and everything. So like if you're in a situation like me, that extra 5 grams would actually be probably beneficial and everything. So yeah, it's like in the higher range and everything. So the one I showed is unflavored. So like, well, the way I intake it is like I mix it with like the milk I use for my cereal for breakfast. So I take that and plus the whey protein that I use, I mix those in with the milk, and that way I can just pour it over cereal, get increased protein intake, and then like and get the collagen in pretty much like first thing in the morning. So also like I just recently came across like and just started trying like a new like product like that has like collagen. It's like Morvita. It does have collagen in it and everything. So I just got it and just started trying it. So like now like yeah, you knocking shit over. So like what this Morvita is it has a thing called moringa in it. So moringa is like another thing that's good, beneficial and everything. So an article on that I found was the NCBI NLM.nih.gov. It goes into detail. So like I'll link both of these like in the comments below, and so like that way you can see like the moringa is kind of like one of those nutrient dense type of plants and everything that you can take. So like the article actually goes into that. So that way like this one this product that I just picked up, I just started trying like I'll get to the first downside that I see of it. It has a proprietary blend. Now proprietary blends are kind of like a way for like supplement companies to kind of like, okay, here's just a bunch of stuff and everything, and so that way like they don't necessarily have to tell you like how much of stuff in it. So like you get 3.2 grams of this proprietary blend. So it has the hydrolyzed collagen, and it has the organic moringa leaf powder, it has turmeric extract, moringa seed oil, and organic aloe vera powder. So of course, being a proprietary blend, you get 3.2 grams of all that, so you don't necessarily know how much of each you're getting and everything. So that's the downside of getting something like a proprietary blend, is like you may not necessarily know how much you're getting of each and everything of it. So like, well, it's like, yeah, I'm getting 3.2 grams of that stuff, but I just don't know how much of that stuff I'm getting. So I mean, you still are getting like that stuff in and everything, which is like, it could be a good thing, but like you kind of have to like do like a guesswork. Well, I don't know how much of like the collagen I'm getting, I don't know how much of the aloe vera I'm getting. But like where this is actually this actually is good is that it does have like you could use it as like an energy boost or whatever, because like it has like the label, at least what the label says, it has 30 calories, it has 7 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and it does have a couple grams of protein and everything. So the way like I would be using this would be like as like a post workout, like kind of like a, and it like a, once I get done like my workout, I'll use this, and then like when I get to work, I'll have breakfast and everything. So and not, another couple of good things about this is like it does help get those nutrients and everything. So like vitamin C, it has a good 222% of vitamin C. So the great thing about vitamin C is that with it being water soluble vitamin, is whatever you don't use, you tend to just pee right out and everything. So like I said, it has a good 222% of like vitamin C, and it has 95% of folate, which is another like one of the like, B vitamins that you can get, which is good, and the biotin, which is like this has 3,000 mcgs in it, so it's 10,000%. Now, of course, this stuff is based on like a 2,000 calorie diet, so like if you're someone like me who like needs 2,500 calories a day, those percentages are going to be slightly lower and everything. But anyway, so like you can see like where something like this actually shines is that you get like a few of the micronutrients that like, and you can jack up your intake with stuff like that. And so like I said, this is definitely something that I would that I'm going to be using in a sense as like a post workout like a supplement type of deal, because it does have those 7 grams of carbs and like a couple grams of protein. So I can in a sense get the, once I get done my workout, I can start the process of like replenishing my glycogen stores, and get the process of switching over from being in like that I call it the warrior mode, where you're going in and smashing stuff and trying to get stuff done, to, oh, okay, now I'm successful, now I gotta switch over, and now I gotta start consuming food and everything to make sure that the successful hunt was actually successful and I can actually recover from it. So this is something that is actually going to look at least for me, to benefit me after my workouts and everything. So it's the Morvita, it's Moringa plus collagen boost. But of course, like I said, the downside is it has a proprietary blend of like the collagen and stuff I mentioned before, so you don't necessarily know how much you're getting of each individual thing. But you can like use this as like, well, yeah, okay, I don't know how much I'm getting, but I am getting something like that in. But where, like I said, it does shine, it does have like a decent amount of vitamin C, folate, and like biotin. So that's where something like this really shines. And so like that way, like plus with the carbs and the couple grams of protein and everything, it's going to like it could help me like once I'm done my workouts and everything. So getting back to like the collagen, I picked up this one because like, oh hey, look, it has collagen and everything. So like with the idea of collagen being the main primary source of protein in your body, supplementation, like it would be perfect to be able to make sure that you're getting enough in and everything. So like I said, I'll link the 2 articles for the Moringa and the collagen in the comments below, like I usually do, so that way you can go and actually check out the articles.